All right. What's going on, YouTubers? Well, today's December 5th. 20 more days from now will be Christmas Day. I was going to go and sell at Columbus today, but, I spoke to Tony, my boy Tony, and, he was like, well, he want to go. So, I've been trying to get him to come to Columbus for over a year now. And I really wasn't sure I wanted to set up. It was definitely cold, this freezing today. Um, so we did go. I'm glad we did go together because it didn't give me the opportunity to take my truck and or set up, which would have been a disaster for me to set up anyway. I don't think it was really good out there today from what I saw. I did see some of the typical guys out there, but nobody definitely would have brought anything from me as far as like the regulars go. So I was definitely happy that we went together. We had fun. He brought a lot of shit. I brought some stuff. And as you see everything on this table, this is nowhere near the magnitude of what I got yesterday, but some pretty cool stuff. I ended up at Woodbridge Toy Show. It's my second time going there. And of course, the second time I spent more money and brought more stuff than I did the first time. Just like the same thing for the Jersey Con, like last year in May, considering how it was a couple of weeks ago when I brought all those Mythic Legion figures. So anyway, I'm gonna show you guys what I picked up, and I probably don't remember everything price because we were doing a lot of talking, a lot of joking around and stuff like that. But all right, this guy we got on the way leaving out. There's one dude, he wanted $5 for a Magneto. So I told Tony I'd give him the money for it, just pick it up for me because my hands weren't free and his was. So this was $5. This was 10. This is a red line. I am trying to collect a lot of red lines, stuff like that. But the guy wouldn't budge. He wouldn't do better than 10 on this. So I took it for the $10 because if I had it, it would have probably been 20, 25 anyway. All right. Now, this guy and this, I don't have this. Now I do. I'm pretty sure it's missing stuff. But, it's like I basically got that for 5 and this for 10. I meant to scan this and see what it goes for, but I don't really mess with Jack specific stuff, but if the price is good and depending on the characters, I will pick them up because there's a good chance I could get, I can get some money for them. I don't know what this goes for. I mean, obviously, a lot of people have their own, their own opinion on the whole Chris Benoit thing. I don't think any man would sit there and choke his child to death. I don't care how high or how crazy somebody is. I just can't see somebody doing that kind of torture. It's crazy. And then a wife, and then killing himself. I mean, this is a pretty big guy, big neck, big guy. I'm a conspiracy theorist, so I have my own opinions and thoughts on what I think happened, but that's not the video for this. I just don't think he committed suicide and or killed his family. I think there was foul play involved, and that's what I would like to believe, and that's what I basically think. But anyway, I don't know what this goes for, but it was back in the Attitude Era, and this is back when they still called it WWF. So I just figured, you know what? She had this sitting there. I don't know why nobody else didn't pick it up. A lot of people don't like Chris Benoit stuff or Chris Benoit considering what happened. And again, I wasn't there. Unfortunately, he passed away, and of course, his wife and son as well. But I always thought Chris Benoit was a really, really good wrestler. I like the fact that he really had no personality. I mean, he was just straight business. The crippler crossface, he came in. He reminded me of a cock diesel version of Michael J. Fox. He reminded me like if Michael J. Fox and some big steroid dude had a baby. Like, I don't know. I have my own crazy thoughts on stuff. But again, I am a Chris Benoit fan. Maybe that's why I'm kind of biased to thinking that he didn't do that to his family. To this day, I still don't. I'm in very, very high argument with people over that. But again, everybody's entitled to their opinion. So again, I paid $15 for both of these. I'm pretty confident this goes for at least. I'm pretty sure this is worth more than 15, especially on package. I know this has got to be 15 by itself. So that was a good deal. She said she had a lot of the small GI Joes, but she sold those on Thursday at $5. She said I had a lot. She said, and she does have a lot. She does get a lot of toys, and she's an older white lady, no, older Spanish lady. Excuse me, but she knows her toys. So she said she had a lot. She had a lot because she said I got a couple of $100 for them, and I sold them for $5 each. So she had to have over 100 and something plus figures. So anyway, these guys, Tony brought a big bin of cars. Could have been a lot of Hot Wheels, probably Matchbox, etc., etc. He said he found one red line in there. He got some other stuff. He paid like maybe 120 or something like that for that, and a couple of other items. And from this guy, I brought this stuff. I think I got this from him. I don't remember what I paid for it now. I think these guys here he gave me for $5 for the three of them, and these two were originally $5. He had this priced at $5 by itself. This is one of the DC characters. I gotta look him up and see who he is, and then I got bag and tag him myself. But he had it at $5. I'm pretty sure he's missing stuff, some weapons and whatnot, which is ironic because this one guy had him at the toy show for $20, and of course that's the price I would put on it myself. So he had him without the plastic, and Tony was like, "Wow, that looks familiar." And I said, "Yeah, remember I got that from the same guy you bought the cars from this morning." He's like, "Oh yeah." And I don't remember if he asked me how much the guy had it for, but again, he had this price individually at $5, and then he had this I think it's like the Spider-Man animated Green Goblin, but he gave me both of these for $5. So these were $5, and then the three of these were $5 each. The two different Jack Pacific. Is this supposed to be like that? I think this is messed up or maybe ripped. Oh, okay, that's purposely ripped. It's made like that. And he just committed suicide. So you got two different versions of Rey Mysterio Jr. And then you got Eddie Guerrero, which is another great that passed away way too soon. And it's ironic considering that him and Chris Benoit were not only partners, but they grew up in the WCW world before coming over to WWF. But, you know, drugs did him in, unfortunately. And Eddie Guerrero was a great, him and the Latino Heat. Really, really cool. Then his nephew, Chavo. Then this other guy. Did I get this from him too? I think I got these from him as well. I did. The same guy I was just talking about that I got this stuff from, he had these as well. Because this is how we sparked the conversation. Actually, the conversation started with this guy that just committed suicide on the floor. And then I saw, because he was in a bin, and then he was in the same bin. So he said I would do those for $5. He wanted, I think $8 each on these two. I know these are like the old Mattel Simpsons. Unfortunately, he only had Bart and Homer, so I grabbed both of them. Too bad he didn't have all of them. So I said, well, since I'm taking that, what would you do on these? And then these. I said, well, if I take all this and this, would you do $5 each? And since Tony was working a deal out with him, he said, sure, he can do that. So I basically paid $15. I think 15 or 18. I can't remember. But it was basically between 15 and it was under $20 for the two of these and these characters here. Then, like I said, the lady I paid 15 for this and this. She wanted. We worked out a deal, so I'm not gonna really go into those details. And then this other dude in the L section, he was in a pickup truck. I very rarely ever see this guy, but he knew people there because they already had stacks of stuff. This is an old Sesame Street vinyl lunchbox with the actual thermos. I'm pretty sure this is worth, probably $20 to $30 at least. So this is 5 and 5. This is brand new. I don't know what's inside here, but it's brand new. So 5 on that and 5 is 10. And then those were $1 each. He had those priced at $1 each. And these are old Snoopy toys. I don't know why these guys didn't take these. I'm pretty sure these got to be at least $10 each. I would think. They're from what, 1985. So we do have Snoopy and Charlie Brown. And then that one is Woodstock on a motorcycle. So I basically paid him $12 for this. So 12 and 15. It's 20. I can't count now. It's 27. 27 and I think, let's say 18. And then here, I got this from the last guy. I forgot the brother's name. Black guy. I brought stuff off of him before, and he actually told me that he had some other stuff for me on hold for a while, and he said he sold it because I forgot. I said, dude, let me tell you something. From now on, if you hold stuff for me, please. And I told him that before. If you all holding stuff for me and you see me and I forget, whatever you do, always remind me because I forget. I owe a lot of people. I work around the market. Everybody know I'm a man of my word. So he understood it. But that would explain why now 9 out of 10 when I see him a lot, he gives me this weird look. I couldn't understand why, but now I see. He probably thought I was avoiding him and I wasn't. So he's like, okay, all right, no problem. I said, yeah, I owe a lot of people, and I mentioned names. I said, Craig, Kenny, Bobby. I mentioned a lot of names he know at the market. And I said, sometimes these guys got to call me and like, hey, yo, Mike. They either call me Mike or T for Mr. T for short. And he's like, yo, don't forget this or hey. And I'm like, oh, yeah, no problem. Because, people forget things. And, when you dealing with a lot of people, you get confused. And you're like, wait a minute, did I pick this up? Did I forget that? It happens to the best of us. So anyway, he gave me a good deal on these. I think we were at $35. I got this Return. I am a huge Return of Jedi fan, and this is the Death Star droid. And he gives his stuff with the cases. I mean, with the backboards when he does have them. So that's why I buy a lot of his stuff because he'll give you stuff with weapons and the boards and everything, which is great. I wish a lot more people did this with the G.I. Joe figures. That would be awesome. But almost all my Star Wars figures I have, every one of them that I have that have these to them, I got from him. And he's normally really pricey because he knows his shit. He collects. So, and then this case here, I did see a Darth Vader, the regular Darth Vader head, the Darth Vader head case, but it's very hard to come across these cases. There's original Star Wars one too. I think there's a C-3PO, the Darth Vader, and I think there's another one outside of this one. I think there's also a Return of the Jedi one too. And as you can see, a lot of the names are still in here. Not all of them have the names, but they have both trays, which is pretty cool. I mean, the person didn't really do it right, but there is a rip at the bottom, but what do you expect for something over 30-something years old that's made out of vinyl that somebody actually used and had stuff in? So I was cool with that. It was $35 for both. He did. So it's like he gave me this for $20. And gave me the price on that. He wanted $45 on this. So either way, I got a good deal. Because even though he still had this priced at $15, normally this is like a $20 figure just like this in this condition. So, yeah. And then, all right. And then everything else I got from the Woodbridge toy show. So up here, these items here, I only paid $35 for everything. The Civil Warrior, the supervillains, Dr. Doom, the ex-con, was it? Ex-con Lewis and Marvel's Ghost from the Ant-Man and the Wasp movie. These been discounted so much. I think one time I saw one, but it was badly damaged. But at that time, I should have brought it. I think it was at like $7.98 or $9.98. But either way, I got this for $10. He is a Chinese guy. He said he couldn't do better than 10 each on these, which is still good because they retail for 20. Now they retail for around $22 or $24. And if I sell them, I would sell them for 20 to 25 each anyway. So at the end of the day, I can still make a $10 profit off of each of these guys. So that 10 and 10 is 20, 20 and 10. I mean, 20 and 15 is 35, and then Mr. T is normally like a $10 to $15 figure. He had this with the case. He had like a little section that had a sign, and the sign said it had an arrow pointing up, and it said, all these Funko Pops, $5 It just said $5 with protective case, and I was like, "What? The Hulkamaniac, Mr. T is $5 with the case?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" So I definitely grabbed that. I grabbed it just because it's Mr. T. So I basically paid, instead of paying 40, he knocked off 5, so I paid $35 for that, for this stuff. Now the guy had this price at 45, but I knew one of the guys that was there, and he said, "Yeah, this is the guy I was telling you about. This is Mr. T, great guy, yada yada." So he said, "You know what? So he gave it to me for 20, and I only got this case because it's old, it's vintage, and I'm gonna put the red lines in here, and it does have the plastic that goes over it, which makes this a little bit more rare." I know there was a couple times when I did get these thrifting, but they were always kind of beat up, and every time I got them, they never had the plastic. You know what I mean? So pretty cool getting this. I guess a person named Mark used to, log all his stuff, what he had in here. But I paid $20 for that. And then this one kid, heavyset, chubby white dude. He had this stuff. He had mask and some G.I. Joe stuff. I purchased from him before. I think the last show, I don't remember it was the Woodbridge show. I think it was I can't remember. It was as a matter of fact, it may have been the New Jersey Con. Now I think about it. But whatever. He gave me these for everything was $5 across the board. He had this priced at 13. This was priced at 15, which is still about $10 less than what I would pay for. I would charge for this. If I had, this is the Toy Biz Omega Red. This I would easily try to get like $25-30 for him because he is complete, and it's the Toy Biz. Same thing for Mr. Sinister. Mr. Sinister will probably be like $5 cheaper. I don't know what they go for on eBay, but I would definitely think that they're both worth about $20 each, at least, minimum. And 13 and 15, so that's 23. I only paid $5 each on them. No, I'm sorry. He gave me him for 10 and him for 10. I'm sorry, I'm bugging out. This is Bizarro from the DC Universe Classics line. He had it priced at 10 and I paid 5 for him. So I basically paid 25 for the 3 of these. I'm trying to think, did I get something else from him and I forgot? I thought I did, but I probably did forget. But anyway, those were 25 for the 3. Versus it being, 25 is better than, was it 32? And then this stuff here, now at the guy I had to meet from Queens when I purchased a lot of stuff from Brian and this other guy who banged out a lot of stuff, and I got that nice G1 Transformer stuff from this other guy who has a store down at in Toms River at the toy show about a month ago. He had this, and I am a 3-0 fan. Obviously, I'm a Hot Toys guy. A lot of people may not think so because they don't see me doing videos and popping out videos of 1/6 scale like crazy. But I did say I'm still into Hot Toys and into the 1/6 scale game. I'm just almost at a standstill collector, which means I gotta really, really want something and or get it for a great deal to pay for it. I'm not going out there paying retail or over retail for anything anymore, unless it's something that I dire need, that I'm collecting full blast, like G.I. Joe mask, Cops and Crooks, stuff like that. I would go more hard body on because I'm so well invested, and that's guaranteed money. This kind of stuff is never really guaranteed money. Because Hot Toys, they were at one time they weren't popular. Then people start coming out the woodwork wanting their stuff. But what helped boost them up was all these other different companies. Then Sideshow doing the dead zombie type stuff, and a lot of companies is what helped put Hot Toys on a map. But then Hot Toys started getting stupid with their prices, and they started getting outrageous. So a lot of people got out the Hot Toys 1/6 scale game, and they got into the Sideshow 1/4 scale statue game, because everybody figured for an extra $70 to $100 I get a beautiful nice statue. But then that changed because now their quality is terrible on a lot of shit. Prices gotten outrageous too, just like Hot Toys. So then people start going into Prime One and XM Studios and Iron Studios this, and now you got Damn Toys, and you got everybody making everything now. So it's just all about your own personal preference, because now you got a lot of companies that are even making licensed stuff. As a matter of fact, tomorrow I got called Big Bad Toy Store and asked them, yo, what's going on with my 3-0 Power Rangers? Because I ordered the 3-0 Power Rangers, and I said once I get those Power Rangers, I'll probably sell off all my Megazords. I already did a deal with Tony yesterday for the remaining loose Megazords I had. I still have some, and I may have my box Megazords. I may get rid of all of those and just keep the Legacy stuff, because I have one Legacy Zord. So I'm still debating what I'm going to do with that stuff. But like I said, down at Tom's River Toy Show, this one guy had this. I think he had, it's funny because I think he had either $30 more than this price, or maybe $10 less than this price. And I asked, either way you look at it, I asked the guy would he take $180 for it, and he said no. This guy had it priced at $200, and I was like, oh, yo, dude. So he went to show it to me quick, and I said, no, you don't got to show it to me. But he lifted these two boxes he had on top of it anyway, and I said, yeah, I know it's metal and everything. I know how it looks. And when he went to show it, I said, yeah, I know about it. I said, yo, man, would you do $150 on it? He said, sold. Me and Tony both was like, oh shit. I was stuck because I actually said $150, and I was being sarcastic, but at the same time, I was like, well, I will offer you $150 for it since you went through the trouble, without even hesitating. And he said, sure. And I was like, oh shit. And he actually gave me the actual box for it. Part my table. I still got some little access stuff left over from yesterday, as you see here. And this number is number 738. So again, this is what I paid for it. I mean, this is what he asked for it. So I got it for $50 less, which is pretty cool. And of course, I know a lot of you people out there have seen this before. So I am going to take him out of the package and put him with my stuff. I'm definitely going to do that. And then this other dude, he's the guy that gave me a hard time. He wouldn't do no better than 300 on these. So I helped him make a sell with this Asian kid for a Bandai Mecha Godzilla that he wanted, I think, 130 or 140 for it. And he told the kid the best he'll do on it. Chinese kid brought it. He said the best I'll do is 100. But everybody was like, yo, that's a great deal. Even I said that. So the kid was like, I'll tell you what, I'll buy this if you buy those two. And I'm like, ah. And I was like, okay, deal. And so he gave him the 100, and the guy's like, okay, well, since you know, he said, all right, well, I got to be at 300. He said, you know what? You doing cash? And I was like, yeah. But I already opened my mouth and said, I'll do 290 then. And then I tried to go down to 280. I said, I'll do 280 cash. He said, no. You said 290. I did. So I got both of them for 290, which is ironic because I think they retail for 140 or 150 from 30 as well. But I did want them, and I was going to order them, but since I already had the order placed for the 1/6 scale Power Rangers, you know, I got to call them up tomorrow and be like, yo, you know, you guys going to either have to refund me my money because you guys never shipped me, or I never got no notices for the 30 Power Rangers. And so they're going to have to do something. And I'm not trying to hear that because I will dispute the charge. I'm not trying to play that. I don't play that shit. I ain't giving nobody free fucking money, man. Pardon my French, but I'm getting a little agitated because I think they already been shipped, and these assholes never even sent me no emails, or at least I never got emails for those Power Rangers. So they gotta do something. So anyway, this is basically what I got today. This is probably around what? I don't even know. You figure 150 and 290, so that's what, 340, and what's that, 355, and 370 and 12, 382 and 35. What's that, 415 or some shit like that. And then that stuff over there being 35. So we're around 500, around $500 or something like that. A little weird. I think I spent about 5 on this stuff. That's odd. I'm saying odd because I came out the house with like $1,100 on me, and I think I got like 3. It's weird. I don't understand that. Anyway, it's always like that, right? You don't know where the other money went. I did buy some toiletries. Like I always pick up Dove soap because everybody in the house use Dove. It's the best soap. It's a better soap you can get for regular stores and stuff. And I normally get like the shea butter and or the cucumber one, and I got like 2 packs of each, which holds about 6, I think 5 or 6 bars per pack, which is a lot cheaper than going into the store here and paying for each bar is like over almost $2 for Dove, because Dove is a better soap compared to Irish Spring and some of the other ones. So I got that, and of course I treated, Tony did drive. He came to pick me up. I was ready in my Mustang, get ready to go to him. And he said, yo, I'll just come to you. We'll take my truck. I was like, all right, that's cool. I don't have to drive. So he paid gas and the tolls, and so at least I could do is pay for brunch. And that's what I did. So I treated him to some banging ass chicken and cornbread from the chicken coop down in Columbus Market. So anyway, this is what I got. I think that's it. Oh, no. That's where the other $50 went. Hold up, y'all. I think I already took it out did I take it out the bag already? No, I didn't. Hold on a second. I got this also. Because I got to take it upstairs. I forgot this. So I did get this bag guide too. And this one dude wanted $70 on him. Really good condition. He wanted $70 on it. So we settled at 45. So that was good. So yeah, y'all. I forgot all about that. I got it in my pocket because I'm about to take stuff upstairs, and more stuff I got put in my pockets, that's less stuff I got to carry in my hand. So what's going upstairs with me right now, these 3. But these are going to the 2nd floor. Actually, I'm going to take these downstairs to the basement because we have this issue going on. Like I said, we have an insurance issue with the house, and they got to bring up the floors and all this stuff. So we got to do what's called a pack out. They got to pack everything out of our house. They got to rehouse us, which means they're going to either put us in a hotel and or the insurance company got to rent us a house to live in for the next maybe 3 or so months while all this stuff is taken care of. So, and I do have my stuff in the hallway of the 2nd floor. So right now it doesn't make no sense to take these out. I might as well just take these and put these in the basement in my little area that I have for my stuff that's boxed and whatnot. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take these downstairs and just leave them in the boxes until I'm ready to have all this stuff redone tomorrow. I mean, when it gets done. All this stuff is going downstairs. These gotta be bagged and tagged. Obviously, like I said before, whenever you hear me say bagged and tagged, that means that this stuff's gotta be, I gotta write on them. I gotta write what they are and the price I'm putting on them, and then put them in their proper bins. These are going in bins that for brand new stuff. These are also going downstairs. Same thing with Magneto. This is going downstairs to be washed and then dried so I can put them away. These are also going to go downstairs and be bagged and tagged. This is going downstairs to be washed because it's a little dirty, and then it's going to go upstairs. That's going upstairs. So that's going upstairs right now. Everything else on this table is going downstairs. So hope you guys enjoyed the vid. Please like, sub, share, and comment, and stay up, y'all. Peace.